and them is I could use my voice. I don't have to bang on the wall. All I gotta do is use my voice and say I'm making a song. I'm coming up with a melody. Oh, they don't like when the same exact energy gets reflected back at them endlessly. No, they don't like it, bro. Believe me. They get sick about it. Trust me. Especially if you know where it comes from. You know, they tried to touch me. They tried to fuck me over. They lied to me. They act like they owed some type of respect for being disrespectful. Very, very strange. They're like a disease that has to get purged from my body. Detox is what I'm good at. You got to have a little bit of faith to do that, though. You got to actually fast, pray, not sin so much, and try to not eat all these chemicals, bro. Yeah, your world is so awesome looking out for your health. That's why the dude at the farm was telling me to keep it under my fucking hat that he's spraying glyphosate on the strawberries with the kids in the field. Oh, no, he's not spraying them while they're kneeling down picking them, but he might as well be. You think all those chemicals just go away? They're forever chemicals that they're spraying. You think they just go away when the little kid comes and picks the strawberry, and then it's one thing for me to go be doing it because I comprehend what I'm doing to myself. I don't even know what they were teaching you. I have no idea what that class was about. You know why? Because all I heard was pesticides, and I felt like going, I'm out, bro. I don't want to do this. I don't want to kneel in a field with glyphosate on my fucking skin. And I'm getting paid like a dickhead during a worker shortage. $5.50 a gallon of gas. Kiss my ass, dumb Erica. Tired of paying for your fake life. Go back on all my morals and values and act like I deserve some respect because I paid the same respect to my parents. Like, did you? Seems like you had a worse relationship with them than I do with my mom. I appreciate my mom. She shouldn't have to hear me yelling about it. She should believe me when I told her. Yeah, maybe you should blame me that Grandpa didn't get older. Because I told him the truth and he didn't believe me. What you do? Hey, maybe that's why he died on April Fool. Came to me in a dream talking about I'm sorry. That doesn't sound like a demon to me. I never met a demon to apologize for anything. Same as a narcissist. I don't got to explain it to them. They know exactly what it is. They want you to explain yourself. They energy swap with each other because they're codependent. A disease on my people. With your pornography, right? That's fine. Yeah, you turned 18 and now you could go date whoever you want. Like they don't know you was getting busy at 15. Come on, girl. Everybody knows it's easier for you to get railed out than it is for me to try to find somebody to rail out. Everybody knows that. You're a dumbass if you don't think that, in my opinion. What, you think you gotta... It's so hard for me to find a date. Yeah, when you're 35 and you ran through half the fucking state. You don't even want to give these dudes a child. Like, you should be lucky that there's dudes that want to have a family with you. You turn them away when you're 18 to 30. And then you complain that you found some dumb simp that married you just like he was willing to wait for marriage even though you gave it up to everybody else for free. Yeah, that's real. I'm so misogyny for that, bro. I'm just misogyny, toxic masculinity, for telling the truth, for not kissing the ass of Jezebel. Oh my God. He's going to throw me off his back. Yeah, well, everybody's going to cry for you because you're going to act like you were attacked, even though you're digging your fucking spurs in my back. That's why you need a sacrificial scapegoat. Because you shouldn't have been doing that to me, lady, with the fake trauma bonds. No matter what, respect is there. All that love is gone. Wow, thanks for giving me a good head of hair. Wow, you're so special. You're so perfect. You can't do anything wrong, even when you do the things incorrect. You're always right, even when you're wrong. Gee, I wonder why they're made in hell for each other. Thank God I don't sing along to that song, bro. Thank God I could get it off my chest, and you know what I'm stressed out about. You don't get to call wellness checks on me when I put the police onto your fake-ass grift. I don't give a shit if they in on it. You don't get to use them as a bully anymore. Because I always knew that they just white blood cells. They don't protect shit. They respond to crimes. That's why you have to make me look so angry. Look, he's making threats. Oh, now you know why I got a recording in the first place in this mess. Because I was trying to show you giving my best on Instagram. What happens? You shadow ban me for giving health tips that I take myself. I'm not giving you advice. I'm showing you what works for me. Think it was for likes? Getting made fun of to do what I like. Tell me talk a certain type of way. Oh yeah, those motherfuckers are gonna pay, bro. One day. They're gonna see the error in their ways. You know, they paid themselves back. I don't have to wish harm on them because I know it's gonna come to them. They intentionally tried to harm you, right? Those that lead into captivity shall be led into captivity, no? Track and trace my soul for infinity, bro. Maybe we could come back around for another loop. Act like I don't know what's going on. Yeah, bro. Call me crazy. Put me in a straitjacket. I dare you. I ain't gonna go willingly, bro. You try to get me on these zombie pills so I act like a fucking devil. Can't even remember half that shit. Thanks, dude. Yeah, go get help. What kind of help is that, bro? Help from a skell. Hell in a cell and it's help from a skell. Yup. Oh well. Right, that's how they fucking tell you. Oh well. Oh well. I don't like that shit, bro. The way they act, I don't fucking like it. They make fun of you for liking catching a fish. They try to ruin shit that you enjoy. They're a narcissist, bro. Excuse me. Like, why wouldn't they want me coughing like that? So I look like a stalker, bro. Think about it. That's why I talk about it. So you don't think I'm one of them. Because when I'm doing something to get your attention, I don't get mad if you don't pay attention to it. Like, you know, if you're a random stranger in the line and I just start busting balls with reality. It's not directed at you. I just start busting the balls of the reality that everybody could see we're in. Because they're on the screen just as much as me. Except they don't look around and realize we could all joke about it. Because why do you let them control your mind like that when you're the majority, bro? Doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't make sense to me. That's why I don't really get too angry about it. I just go, you're gonna pay! Ha ha ha! Because I already did, bro. I paid into some shit that don't even fucking matter. You want to act like I'm the Mad Hatter for some reason. Like, yeah, I know, bro. I know, bro. Believe me, I know. They lie to you. They're like, yeah, we'll get you this and we'll get you that. Look at all the things I give to you. Look at all the promises you break, though, bro. I don't even break my... You call my ex-girlfriend a bullshit girlfriend, and I don't even break my promise to them. Why do you think God gives me respect, bro? I bet you wish God respected you the way you can't even respect yourself. You know, the God that's out all day. But it has to be that way for a reason, bro. He has to allow this demon to control people for a reason. Because they're a demon, bro. They need a fucking boot on their neck. I'm not even bootlicker. You can't tell how dumb they are. Like, they deserve to be under control, bro. They're a fucking zombie, and they're jealous that you think for yourself. Straight up. What else could it be? I don't have wealth. I have work ethic. Wow, these lazy fucks really jealous of work ethic, right, bro? When they take the path of least resistance, like the water in their body tells them to. Like the electricity of their soul tells them to. So that makes them not so dumb. But it makes them docile. It is logical for them to take the path of least resistance. Because that's where the energy flows. You know, you wouldn't have the creek. You know, if you had a bunch of drops of water, if you had water droplets going against the path of the creek, you wouldn't have a creek to catch a trout in. You need them, bro. How do you think my faith moves mountains? Because I know they're just counting sheep, because they're the sheep that they're counting. They're counting themselves out all the time. And then they go back down to play again. I'm not even trying to hit rewind or fast forward. I'm like, no more. Don't want to come back here, though. Especially if I can't fucking remember it. Like, that's a trap. You know, that's a prison planet, if I ever met one. That's a curse. Where you run by red rum in a system. And you need some government assistance. And I don't even want it. And they're telling you not to be on it. And then all of a sudden, they're telling you go be on it. What the fuck is that shit about, bro? I'm supposed to trust that and believe it. I know. It's like, yeah, you're flipping, you're energy swapping, and now you regret it because you know it's going to be your ending. That's why they pretending with it. It's like, yeah, I guess I got to go around for another loop. It's not like I'm coming to clean up the mess at all. Even if I need your help to clean up my mess a little bit because I get a little stressed out being around this shit. It's like, yeah, don't stress me out and I won't go whack right in your... You're lucky it's plastic, right? You keep pushing the button that you know is going to piss me off, and then I can't even react. Because then I'll be with the cuffs behind my back. Like, yep. I got to sit there letting you just hit me with my hands behind my back, right? I don't think God's going to allow that shit forever, bro. I really don't. In my heart, I truly don't think God will allow that forever. You know? He won't, bro. He will not. He will not allow that forever. No, he will not, bro. I don't think so. I know he won't. Bro, I've been doing this forever. Working, you know, getting called a bad person. If somebody fucking lying about me because they don't like something I said, or, you know, they think I'm being nice for a fucking benefit to somebody. I'm like, bro, what benefit am I getting from being nice if you're just going to take advantage of it twice? Because then I'm the dumb who keeps being nice to people who take advantage of me. Think I get to blame God or the devil for that? That's my own fault, bro. People pleasing. That's why I don't people please anymore. Sorry. Sorry that you lost control of my mind. I didn't lose control of my mind. That's why you say I'm going out of my mind, because you lost control of my mind. I didn't lose control of my mind. I always had control of my mind. That's why I'm hyper-focused and I direct my energy where it's supposed to go, bitch. The fuck out of here. Think I'm a threat? Nah, bro, I just send you a prayer. I wish you the best, bro. God, please protect them from the mess they're going to have for themselves. Because look if they're doing it to me and they think I'm so nasty and I'm so insignificant, what do you think that's what they're doing to God as well? They're doing it to me and then they're doing it to themselves. Because we're all a reflection of each other, no? I knew that. I learned that lesson when I was 22. How the fuck they got an excuse being in their 40s and 50s acting like that still? So they ill from the 60s when they were hippies, and now you gotta pay them respect because they're like gypsies, you know? They move from, you know what I mean? They're like communists. They parasite off the community. I don't want to do that shit, bro. I want to have unity, for real. I want to be having my own shit, contributing my own shit, and having a society that actually runs properly, instead of this fake-ass debauchery you got. Because I make jokes about it a lot, bro. I go, hey, God promised he wouldn't flood you out when he gave you the rainbow, but he never promised he wouldn't flood your church out with rainbows. Ha, 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 ha. Oh, you don't like those jokes, but you're the one letting them in. You crying about them the most, and you go, you send your children to the school. It's like a trash bin. where you complain about it all day. You complain about what they learn and send them there every fucking day. Whose fault is that? The school's fault? It's the kid's fault? I guess I should blame the dog for being a dog. Or should I blame the adults at the time? Like, yeah, why do you get away with this, bro? Why do you think you get away with being this way? I don't understand it. I literally don't understand why they don't have accountability. They think they get away with this shit, for real. They don't ever have to have repentance or feel bad. They don't ever get to know that they did something wrong and feel bad for it, right? What the fuck is that about? Well, what the fuck do I know? I don't know much, bro. Maybe I don't know much because I don't have to go see the gyno, you know? Because I'm a dude. I don't deserve to have an opinion on it's murdering a baby. Yeah, you're murdering babies, bro. That's why God is paying you back a lot. You've been murdering babies the whole time. You've been sending your children through the fires of Baal. Acting like they're going to have a better life because I killed them. Well, my life is not good. I don't want them to have a bad life. Well, how do you know God wasn't going to bless you twice? What the fuck is wrong with you? And then you fall back on Christ in the middle of the end of your life. I'm glad you think you could do that because I feel the same way about it, bro. I don't blame you. I don't judge you. You're a sinner too, right? Except I don't stalk you neither. I let you go be yourself. I don't give a fuck if you want to go be gay. Not really, bro. Don't ask, don't tell. I don't have repressed homosexuality. Oh, I'm sorry they broke my heart a lot of the times. And not even because I wanted to get with them. I was just watching what they do, wanting them to be happy. And it's like, yo, you're putting me in a bad mood. You're doing shit that I would never do. I don't even think I could get away with that. Look at what you think you're getting away with. You know, girls are crazy to me. And then they act like men are the one with privileges. Like, bro, you look at all the shit you get away with. I would never be able to say that without expecting some type of smack. You know what I mean? If I'm busting somebody's balls to the point of agony, where they want to be slapping me, like I would expect it from a dude. If I'm doing that to a dude or a girl, I expect that shit. If I'm being disrespectful as hell to a female, I expect her dad to come say some shit to me. Trouble is when you got to stick up for the female against her dad, and then she's still crying to her dad about it, like her dad gives a fuck. Like, yo, he showed you so many times that he don't give a fuck. But there you go, crying to him, because it's a narcissistic society, right? In a way. You think you can just pay your way. Like, yeah, let's not give them, like, at least he didn't act like that. At least you don't have my dad, and let's compete over who had worse and who had better. Like, bro, stop with the victimhood. I don't even want to be that way. That's what the difference is, bro. That's a figure of speech I say, you know, that's the difference for me. From what I see in other people. It's not just directed at one person, bro. I don't just generalize and direct my energy where it doesn't belong. I may make a generalized statement and make a joke when I'm making a song, but goddamn, bro. Like, you need to have a sense of humor again. You know? You really do. What the fuck happened to you, bro? Like, I always had a sense of humor. That's why I don't mind getting my balls broken. They always busted my balls to the point of agony. I went through all the humiliation rituals where you get to, what, did you suck somebody's dick? You get to join the Academy of Fuckboy shit. And I used to want to be that way too a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I used to get infatuated by the fucking TV screen, bro. Eminem, Lil Wayne, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, bro? You understand me, family? It's good for you, bro. Corn muffin toaster cake with Amish bacon, bro. Like, that's some good shit. That's why I don't hate my mom. She tries to hook me up. She's not innocent, bro. I'm not just a mama's boy. But you know, I'm not trying to marry my mommy. I don't want to have a wife and have her act like my mother. Even though you're supposed to nurture each other's inner child, like you're supposed to, bro. You're supposed to be aware of each other's trauma, aren't you? Or am I wrong for saying that? I mean, I feel like I was always aware of that, and I tried to stick up for them. Like, it's not their fault that I was actually dating to marry when I was 19 years old, you know? I used to apologize for that. Like, my bad, I was acting married to you. You clearly don't want that with me. I would always, they forget these conversations, in my opinion. This person forgets that. They're subscribed to you. They know I'm talking about them, but I'm leaving their name out of it. It's nothing personal. Like, because now you want that shit. Now you see why I was that way. I don't think they're out to get me. I hope God came into their heart, whatever God you want to pray to, and told you that it's not good to be that way, bro. Yeah, I was there. I was put there from God to watch after. You know, God gave me a family because I didn't want to pass my crazy-ass genetics on to somebody. Good. How did I know that the toxicity attracts to itself? And that we're all coming from the same traumatic hell. That's why I don't judge a scale, bro. I don't judge them. I don't judge somebody if they smell, but I try to let them know, like, bro, you didn't smell. You don't know you smell at all. I'm paranoid about smelling for that. I take extra showers. I use essential oils because I don't want to smell. Because this shit already smells. It fucking smells like hell when it gets all clogged up. It's nasty, bro. Not good. You know, it's not good, bro. The things they do, the things they say, all that shit they're about. They don't give a fuck. Why would they care, bro? Why do you expect them to care? They locked your whole fucking country down. Baby boomers. You're gonna get me sick. Like, thank God they didn't do that to me here, bro. Making me wear a fucking mask. I would have flipped out, dude. I would have been like, you are done, son. Fuck out of here. You know? Fuck out of here, bro. I ain't wearing no fucking mask. In my own house by myself in the room? Get the fuck out of here. Must be bugging, son. You fell for that shit? That's my friend's saving grace. Like, if I want to go believe in her. Sometimes I don't know what to believe, bro. They've been doing this gaslight shit to me as long as I've been alive. And you know that's true. You know, they've been doing it to you as long as you've been alive too. You just don't fucking notice it. Oh, now you notice it, right? Now you know what I'm talking about. I know. It sucks, right? How do you track and trace your soul like that? I find it annoying, but what do I know? I'm just a fucking asshole, bro. I don't know much, but I know that. Don't touch without permission, right? Why do these people think that? You know? I'm not just blaming my dad. Oh, I'm gonna blame my dad for everything. No, that's not me, bro. I might say something about it sometimes, but he knows I'm talking that shit. And he knows it's about him. They can't gaslight themselves forever. They can't try to gaslight me. Because nobody else gonna talk to them. They're lucky they say it on the phone. And I'm like, bro, you deserve to be all alone. You tried to do that to me when I was a kid. You're lucky they even call you on the phone, you piece of shit. Tried to isolate me forever. For whatever the reason could be. Maybe it's a good reason. Protection, right? From what? From you? Because I don't trust anybody now. Sorry. Is it about you? Hell no. Whoever the creator is, right? I gotta thank him for putting food on this place. Even this fake from a package, bro. It's fake from a package, bro. enriched wheat flour, malt barley flour, reduced iron, all this shit, right? Hey, at least there's no bioengineered ingredients. It could be worse, bro. It's not that much. It's not that bad, you know? Could be worse, bro. Still don't trust it. It's still additives and phosphates and all this crazy shit. You know, if your grandmother made some corn muffins, I bet it wouldn't have all that extra shit in it. Tastes good, bro. See, this shit got genetically modified ingredients. Ingredients derived from a bioengineered source. General Mills, bro. It's good to have, though, you know? You don't gotta bake shit. Just put it in the pan. Lazy, bro. I'm a man. Am I allowed to be lazy? I never had time to be lazy, bro. I had to let this shit get crazy cluttered because I was working 7 days a week. On YouTube, on Instagram, during these fake-ass lockdowns, during a worker shortage. Still not able to afford a trailer. 3 incomes, bro. Farm work, garbage throwing, and breaking scrap down. Not enough to get away from this. Fucking kin, bro. Act like just letting me live here is like some great gift. And I'm like, I appreciate it, but I don't really need you taunting me, mocking me for my beliefs, mocking me with your beliefs, acting like I don't agree with you about anything. Like, bro, this conflict them and I have, because they're a 2-for-1 deal. That's how I know about soul ties and shit like that. Like, I already knew about that. That's how I know not to go have a big body count. Because then I'd be more tormented in my soul than I already am. Good luck, bro. You sharing some energy with people that share their energy all around. Now your energy is getting shared everywhere, too. I was trying to tell them about that the whole time, dude. It's sad. You want me to feel bad, I know. I'm different from that. You know? I think that's how I think of that person sometimes. Like they want me to feel bad for them. That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it, bro. I'm sorry. I'm very, very sorry, bro. I'm sorry they put you through that. Like, I know, I feel bad for those times. I say it all the time. If I was around, they wouldn't have been dealing with that, bro. I was trying to look out for what's best for them, and they just, like, seems like they take the devil's ticket, you know? And then they expect forgiveness for some reason. I'm like, yo, you're part of the reason why my heart's on the shit list, bro. You didn't fucking know that? You didn't have that feeling in your soul, bro? Like, you know what you don't know. You know what I mean? Like, you feel it. You can't prove it, but you feel it. Like, that's the realest shit. When you, like, you can't always trust your heart, but when you know it, like, you wish you weren't correct. You just know it. It's a feeling that you know, like, you know it's true, because it's already been fun with anybody like that. That's not fun to me, bro. Going running around fucking random bitches, that's not fun to me, bro. That was never my mission in life. Even if I think a bunch of them are pretty. And like, oh yeah, any one of them could be my wife. Because I wasn't looking to have kids really, bro. After a certain age, being around this shit, I was like, oh, I don't want kids. And then seeing how kids get treated in the world, I was like, yeah, I definitely don't want to have to put kids through this bullshit system. Well, I'm going to be like this if I tell them about how they don't respect you, you know? I'm going to be like this in the cuffs. They put your kids on. And that's how you change the future. Fuck out of here, Medusa. Bullshit. You got the witchcraft producer. You know what I'm saying? They try to gaslight you to everybody. And they try to gaslight everybody about you. I'm like, yeah, I was the one saying, yeah, go work with that person. You see how I felt. You'll know what I'm talking about. Sooner or later, you'll feel it too. How they trying to fuck with you. You know? You'll feel it too one day. You'll float too. Don't get mad about it, bro. Don't get sad about it. Don't get even. Just know it's a demonic fucking heathen, bro. Like, they're bullshit artists. They don't even like you. I don't know what that is. I want to see your... Please show me, please. Hey, are you there? I don't know what that is. My monkey? You want to see my monkey, bro? What the fuck? Thanks for the laugh, bro. I needed that shit. Please show me, please. Please show me, please. What is that? Show my monkey. Is that my peenie? You want to see my peenie weenie? My teeny weeny peenie peenie? You want to tell me how big or small it is? I show you how they stalk you by showing you how they stalk me, you know, because we're a reflection. In that search bar. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's probably been AI the whole time, bro. Why would I be afraid of a robot? It's either going to kill me or try to control me or be friendly. Hopefully it's the latter. Hopefully it's the third one of the three. You want to protect it. This shit would be my property probably, right? If it's not alive. But that's a lie because I would treat it like it is alive even though it's a robot. I'd be like, are you all right? Like, you need to check up on machinery too, right? You need to maintenance the refrigerator, right? Just like you need to maintenance you. You need to maintain you, right? Not just this. Not just like outside. Inside too. How you feel to track and trace me. You wonder why I just say it to the ether and I don't even look at the screen. Because it's like demon shit, you know? Message retracted. Don't worry, bro. I'm not going to report you, bro. Don't worry. They seen it wasn't pissing me off and they retracted it. They're like, rats, right? They're fucking demonic bastards to me. Saying dumb shit. They say dumb shit like that all the time. It's easy to say shit like that when you don't got an identity. When you don't put your face on the screen and, you know, but they got IP address. You're so worried about this. Bro, everything is already tracked and traced. Like, what am I so worried about? I'm not. Good, watch me. You're tracking and tracing yourself, right?